So you really want to get a new Switch, but you're not entirely sure which one to get. Should you just get the regular Switch or the Switch Lite, or should you wait for the rumored Switch Pro, or Super Switch, or Super Switch Pro, the better one? Which one should you get? Which one should you buy? Stick around because the answer is coming right up. Hey guys, and welcome to the Twitch King of Magmar. Yes, this is a rebranded channel, as requested on my main channel, Middle-earth Lore, and here I'm going to be making videos related to gaming, movies, shows, and any other pop culture related things that aren't necessarily particular to any lore, if that makes sense. Now, the other day, Bloomberg released an article discussing the long-rumored Switch Pro, or Super Switch, and they gave us some details about the screen size, that being 7 inches, and a screen that is OLED instead of LCD like it usually is, being manufactured by Samsung. Now, while a lot of this is awesome news because this could actually potentially come out before even Christmas at the end of the year, you're probably wondering if you should just wait for it or buy a regular Switch or a Switch Lite right now. Now, like most things, the answer is always, it depends. If you're someone who's willing to wait, then by all means wait for it, because the Super Switch or Switch Pro, whatever they decide to call it, will absolutely be better. It will not only sport a bigger screen size, but also when it's docked, you'll be able to play in 4K. What I do find strange though is that when it is undocked, the screen is still gonna be in 720 like the other two, which kind of lowers the incentive, at least for me, to not want to buy it. Now, if you're someone who already owns a Switch, then I don't think this is a good idea and you should just stick with what you have. Now, I probably would have just stuck with my regular PS4, but I got a Pro because I wanted to give that one to my brother so he can play it off while he's over in med school and I can play it over here and there wouldn't be any issues. But if that weren't the case, I would have just stuck with the regular PS4. And it's mostly because of the case where I don't think the jump is all that significant. I mean, sure, it's going to support 4K and the screen is slightly larger and the battery life is going to be better, but those things I don't know if they would warrant the upgrade. Now, I don't know what the price is going to be, but I imagine it'll probably be more until they release information on that, and I'm going to be kind of skeptical. But if you're not really all that desperate, you can wait, then go ahead and wait and see where it goes, because it will probably get more information as the months go by. Maybe it'll be the same price. Maybe the other ones will discontinue. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I think personally, if you really also want to get the Pro or the Super Switch, then you can just upgrade to it after. I'm planning on maybe doing that if I ever want to give the one I currently have to my brother or something. But at the moment, I'm super duper happy with my current Switch. Now, deciding on whether or not you want to get the Switch or the Switch Lite is a whole other thing. The reason I have both is because the Switch Lite was something that I had already. I got this last year when Animal Crossing was just super popular and I was like, I really want to play it. And also I didn't have any other choices because all of the Switches were sold out, and this I got for a really good deal on Kijiji. It was secondhand and I was like, sure, it comes with a whole bunch of other things, so well, why not? But last month when the new Mario Switch came out, which isn't really a Mario Switch, it's basically just a red Switch, which personally I really like. I like the color red, my entire setup is red, so if you're someone who loves red, then you'll love that. That really enticed me to get it, but also, I was like, I really want to play Breath of the Wild on my TV. I don't know if I can continue playing it on the small screen that I have. Not to say that it's bad, I just wasn't having the best experience with it. I feel like now that I can dock it and undock it, and I have that freedom, it makes things so much better. Now, one of the many arguments for getting a Switch over the Switch Lite would be the battery life. Except, even the battery life wasn't a big deal to me, especially now because, we're not really going anywhere, or at least we shouldn't. But even when I was on the road for a little bit, the Switch Lite did great. It was good as a handheld device, and if that is the only thing that you're really going to be using it for, you're not going to be using your Switch much, and you're just like, hey, I want to play a couple of games here and there, just, I'm not all that keen into devoting much time to it, then yeah, by all means, Switch Lite is good. Because essentially you're shaving off $100 USD or 130, I think, Canadian. But the reason I actually went for the regular Switch was not the battery life or the color, but because I've had the freedom to dock it and undock it, and it just gives me a much better experience when I'm playing on my TV. Of course, when it's docked, it's 1080p, and it does kind of do some weird anti-aliasing on my 4K screen. It's not the best in terms of that, but I only really notice it on my home screen. When I'm actually playing Breath of the Wild, for example, I don't notice it. It looks great. It looks gorgeous. I love the look of Breath of the Wild. The regular Switch just gives so many more options to the Switch Lite, because not only can you play docked, but even when you're playing undocked, you have a little kickstand. Granted, it's not the best and it's kind of really flimsy, and I'm probably never gonna really use it, but hey, it's an option, it's a feature, it is there. Using either the Switch or Switch Lite, you can use different controllers, but with the Switch Lite, you would have to kind of stick to a Bluetooth one, but even then, like, it's a small screen. You wouldn't be able to see much, I feel, so that kind of rules that out. Hey, Future Mel here. Actually, I do realize that you could get some extra stuff, like a case that comes with a stand, or one of those docks that have charging ports and can also act as a stand, but I'd still think that money could be better used towards buying a full Switch, but I don't know, that's just me. Now you're wondering why I still even have a Switch Lite if it's not the one that I really wanted to go with. Well, again, like I said, I got it during a time when I was kind of feeling desperate and I didn't really have any other options. Now, I know I've been bashing the Switch Lite this whole time, but honestly, it's not a bad buy. When I'm playing the regular Switch in handheld mode versus when I played on the Switch Lite, I will say that the Switch Lite to me was much more comfortable, at least personally, because it was smaller and it just fits in your hands better. That's kind of what it was designed for. Future Mel here again. Actually, I want to add that the Switch Lite's D-pad is much better, the feedback is much better, it's much more comfortable, and yeah, so that's one plus side to it. But I just, again, like having the ability to switch back and forth, as the name states. If you do decide to get your regular Switch, it doesn't usually come with a lot of things, I don't think. I mean, this is the only one that I have, but apparently from what I've heard, they don't usually come with a carrying case or a screen protector like mine did, but it usually does come with a controller grip. And the controller grip is actually pretty nice too. That is also very comfortable, I think. Is it the most comfortable? No, that's why I'm using my other third-party controllers most of the time, but it's still a really good option. Because I have all these options, the regular Switch is the best way to go in my opinion. Unless there's something I'm missing, and I will do an update video in the next couple of months if there is more to the Switch Pro. But otherwise, I don't really see why there'd be a need to wait, and why you're not going out to grab one right now, because those things are awesome. If you don't like the Mario one, you can go for the regular red and blue one, you can go for the all black, or you can even get the new Monster Hunter Rise edition. It's pretty awesome. So I hope that helped you make the decision as to which one you want to buy. And if you like this video, please leave a thumbs up, remember to subscribe, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you soon.